Tashidele Rinpoche.
Trachitele.
Tashidele, everybody. Linkmincha Poland is honored to invite you to a 3-day webcast with one of the greatest living teacher of Bon tradition, Lopan TRINLEY Menri Ponlop. The theme of today's lecture is Precious Human Life and Health. You are cordially welcome to the webcast.
Thank you so much. Dembe jowo gowa dembe mba membe zo nan jonje dembe mare ne dong se wa membe zo mi jo do jowa mo yin dong e dan da zo ge me jen bo zen da be je dembe ze ba bo kawa na zo dan do la ne ne ze ba na zo da ro jen ze ji ze ze ji da gong ze tu ni je jan ba chen bo ko wa den zen ba shin ra tu ve ko la so wa de. First, thank you so much inviting me on the webcast from Lignature of Poland. So I am very happy to hear. Also, welcome everybody on my lectures. So today I'm going to explain. I'm going to a little bit talk about our precious human life, body, and health. So I hope you see me is very clear. Also, you hear my sound. I'm also looking at you all. So I hope see you all or hear from you. So really, it is really interesting. So. So in the Burn traditions, not only in the Burn, also in the Buddhist traditions, teaching saying that our human body is very precious, very precious. So why, the reasons in this world, in this planet, there are so many beings, so many bodies. So in Burn tradition, we believe also there are 6 realms. Also 3 realms, so 6 realms like God realm, demigod realms, human beings, and animal realms, and hungry ghost realms, and hell realm. So there is 6 realms. So all sentient beings is included in the 6th realm. So in 6th realm, so others lower 3 realms like hungry ghost, animal realm, and hell realm. So those realm is really suffering, is very much suffering than human bodies. So human body, human body is human being is more lucky, more fortunate. We have lots of opportunity to become happiness and joyful, and that's why human's body is very precious. And also in the Burn teaching said the human body is like boat of ocean or maybe sea or lake. If you really want to cross ocean, lake, and the sea, you have to depend boat or ship. So this is really important. Without boat, you couldn't cross to this ocean. Similar, our human body is like boat to reach enlightenment, to reach your enlightenment, Buddhahood. Also crossing from samsara, from samsara. So that's why samsara ocean, we call samsara ocean. So that's why it's a human body is a very precious in our life, in your life, whatever. So there's so many you rebirth in the bodies. So this human body is like a very best one and precious one. In human bodies, on human bodies, then you can do something like, for example, like to reach enlightenment, to reach Buddhahood. So this is a really, I think this is a very important and very useful. Without human bodies, it's very difficult to practice and to learn some. That's why human body is, we believe, is very precious, like jewel, or more than jewel. So that's why human bodies, when you rebirth these human bodies, but you have to do some things for next life, for other beings, for your life, not just living like ordinary, like naturally, like wild animal. So in the Burn teaching said, in this moments, human bodies life, if if you didn't do something, some benefit for the next life or maybe other beings, then it's something like you are, like we call, dying with thirsty near the big lake, or you are dying with hungry near the in the farm. So that's why it's really, you have to do some things beneficial for benefit for the next life. In the Burn teachings also saying this rebirth to human bodies, like on this very smooth wall, if you throw the mustard seeds or maybe the rice seeds, it's there's very rare to touch or maybe to stay there, because it's very rare, very few. Similar like this, to rebirth human body is very difficult rebirth. That's why we call it a precious human body. To rebirth human bodies, you need good to make merit accumulations, to virtues, something like this is not easy to rebirth human bodies. So that's why this time is very important, and you are very lucky and you are very, very fortunate. So during this, so many people doesn't know that the precious human bodies. That's why people, some many young peoples in this modern world. So there's 21st century. So the people, many people doing suicide. They didn't know that your precious human bodies. So this is really is very sad. You have to recognize your precious human bodies. Then, okay, this is really, you're lucky, you're fortunate in this life, in these human bodies. Then you do something benefit for the next life. So in the Burn tradition, we do something practice, spiritual practice, meditation, kind of. This is really what we call is not wasting your precious human body. This is preparing for the next life, to rebirth human body. So that's why the this precious human body is very important to recognize. But sometimes some people say, they say we are saying some all animal beings, human being is the same, something like living same planet, same world, but it's a very different, I think. Human bodies, human beings, more intelligence, more capable, more fortunate, and capacities, we things, because the human beings is something in this moment we can do whatever. If you like do something best way, right way, you can do. If you like really do something wrong side, as you can do. You have many choices. So there's many choices in the Burn's teaching, saying this world is end of this world. Maybe this in the last, this world is destroyed by the human beings or built by the human being. So that's why human beings are very powerful beings, and is really also important. So we say, like in Burn traditions, in the Burn religious sayings, the human bodies, you can do meditate, you can do practice, you can do something like benefit for the other beings. So many ways. There are so many chance, and during this human body's life, we have there's so many something like obstacle, what we call something like interrupt. Uh, so sometimes if you really like to love to become long life, or maybe very something like good to healthy, so there's there's so many problem, so many obstacle in the Burns teaching sayings. Our human bodies like health problem, kind of this health problems are not just the moment conditions, not this person's what we call cause or conditions. It's there are so many cause, so many conditions, and some these conditions cause from the previous life, and some from the like spirit, some from the like food, natural food and water, drink. So there's some environment, also the mental from the mental. So there's so many differences, cause and conditions. So that's why you have to know really the cause and the condition of your human bodies. And in divinations, or in the astrology, Tibetan astrology and Tibetan divination showing the result. So I am doing the divination for the peoples, and sometimes in the divinations text the result showing, oh, this is your health problem. Your health problem is not come from the previous life. So maybe something like from your food, and from your something like drink, or maybe from your some other environment. So you have to go to see the doctor. You have to check the medical, and you have to take medicine. Can be help, can be cure this your health problem. And sometimes in the divination text showing, oh, this is not just from the other's cause, other condition. This is something from the previous life's karmic tendencies. Karmic tendencies means like we sing, in this life, you do something, kill animal, human being, whatever, something like beings you kill, then in the next life you become short life. This is something like is happening from the previous life to short, somebody become short life. And as somebody is always sick, always have health problem, health issues. So that kind is from in the previous life, in the Burns teaching said, and something you say bad word to other peoples, to like violence, or maybe to beat other beings like dog, animal, whatever. Every this is something like really harming to other beings. So then in this life, becoming always health issues, health problems. So this is with the, in the previous lives cause from the previous life. So that's why in the Burn teaching said that kind of problem, health problem, is couldn't cure by the medicals. Also, doctor couldn't help. So that kind, so you have to do something like accumulations, or maybe something like purification, something like healing practice. So there are so many ways. I think it's very interesting. The burn is not just meditation, not just healing. There are so many ritual things, meditation, practice, healing, kind of this. So many differences we have teachings. So that's why saying somebody has a health problem, and this is you have to check somebody's just becomes sick, maybe it's just a moment, suddenly then you're going to the doctor, see the doctor, or maybe taking the medicine, and medicine is kind of those that couldn't help. This is something from the from the previous life, karmic tendencies, or maybe some other spirit. So in the burn teachings, some days, oh, this causes something happening not from your previous life, or not from this like from the food, from the drink, whatever. This not from. This is something for happening, obstacle from the bad spirits. So that's why in the divination text showing you have to do this ritual, you have to do this something healing. So if you do this something small rituals, short rituals, or short something like offering healing, is cure very easily. So there are so many ways to become good health. And really, so in the teachings that if you are really what we call something is you really love to become long life, and there are also many different way, something like what we call practice of 5 elements, practice of the something like datar. So I will explain more about this. And so especially as I'm going through this weekend in Warsaw Long Life Empowerment. This is also very benefit for your previous human bodies, become long life. And in Buddhism, but not just so to become long life, not taking care food, taking care like what we call others like condition, like kind of like clothes and eating and drinking and staying place. Not only this, also it's very important your mind. The mind and the body is very important to good balance. In from the Naka text wrote by the Buddha Tumpa Sherabmyo, Buddha Tumpa Sherabmyo mentions to become long life, the human body, whatever, so to become long life, there are so many conditions, so many causes, but the best way is to become peaceful, compassionate, and love to the all sentient beings, to all other beings. If you do meditation, compassion, something we call bodhicitta or generation mind. So this is really best way, best or material, something like this is to become long life. Just few years ago, I started to write Bombo's encyclopedia or something like a dictionary. So I read many book of the Burns teachings, texts, whatever there. So I saw the very interesting one from the Naka text of the Burn. There's a Buddha Tumpa Sherabmyo said, oh, there's so many method and way to become long life, like reciting mantra, long life mantra, and something like like soul retrieval, or something like callings, your luck, your fortunate, your capacity, your energy, and also there's others like rituals, empowerment, and medicines. And there's so many ways. The best way you have to do, you have to keep your mind in compassionate or love and bodhicitta. So compassion means love to the whole sentient, not just for your relative, not just for your family, not just for your friend, all sentient being. So this is the Buddha Rinpoche said, this is really a good condition and a good cause of to become you long life. So this is really important. I think, I think this is really truth. In the Burns teaching and from the Burns medical text, and they're saying, so always saying, all our disease, our health issues, problem is come from our negative emotion, from your what we call, it's like five poison. We saying five poison, three poisons. So that's why if you keep your mind is very lovely and very compassionate, then automatically yours this negative emotion of five poison is going to decrease and dissolve. So developing, increasing your love, your compassion is like the positive one. So that's why it's then I think it's less health problem, less disease, and especially I hear so from the news. So there's in this modern life, so many people is dying by the heart attack. So heart attack, this heart problem, one is really in the from the tantric teachings, the Bumbo teaching saying is come from the your like anxiousness and something like pride. So this is a negative emotion from is happening from the negative emotion. So really, this is, I think, a very interesting thing. To really keep your mind is keep and peaceful and compassionate. Compassion means to love to everybody's. If you couldn't help, you never think about I'm going to destroy, I'm going to interrupt, I'm going to make an obstacle, something harm. So this is really important. Always thinking, oh, I want to help you. I want to help them. Something like this is really kind of is very important. And there are so many like and the Burns teachings say, for example, our bodies, the human body is built by the five elements, and depending to five elements. So we are living in the five elements. Without five elements, there's no human beings. There's no human bodies. So that's why your human precious human body is built by the five elements. So really, it's very there's a good connections and very strong connection. So that's why in the Burns we have there's five elements teaching, five elements healing, five elements something like mantra, and five elements mudra, five elements something like deities, some five elements something like empowerment, teaching. There's so many different methods. And one is like from the Dzogchen and from the mother tantrics, and there's sayings like when you if you really want to become long life and you really keep your five elements energies, yeah, so you do something like a practice, very simple practice. It's really there's a mudra like five elements mudra like this to so this is the mudra of the space elements, and this is the symbol of six syllable. Like this is very easy to you joined both finger, and this is like a Tibetan syllable. This is a syllables. The alphabet is the last alphabet of the Tibetan's 30 alphabet, and this is and white is color is white, and this the space element is color is white. And then yang is the wind elements. Yeah. And this is a mudra of the wind elements, and this is symbol of the will. So actually, our this wind element is like shape, is like will. We saying that this wind element is the very strongest elements of the in the five elements or four elements. It's everything is we standing with we living on the wind elements. So wind elements are very strongest one in the five elements. And the yam is a sixth syllable of the wind elements. Yam means Y-A-M, yam. Or maybe sometimes we calling the pronunciation yang, Y-A-N-G, yang, like this. And the third one's fire elements mudras. You do like this. This Rams is pronounced is a spelling. You can write R-A-M. So actually, it's the sixth syllable of the fire elements, and the color is red, and the wind elements the color is yellow, green, and the fourth one is water elements. So water elements. So water elements motto you can do like this. So this is a symbol of the ocean, like ocean wave is like this moving to the both side like this. So this is a symbol of the oceans, and the color is blue. And there's mang. The spellings M-A-N-G or M-A-M, mam or mang. So this is the sixth syllable, the water elements, and color is blue. And the fifth one, earth elements. The mudra you can do like this. The spelling K-H-A-M, and this is a syllable of the earth elements, and color is yellow, and mudra is like a symbol of the jewel, or maybe something like we call precious, something like is successfully, and we could say the earth elements, everything we're getting from earth elements, right? Food, drink, cloth, whatever, everything we get from the earth. This is earth. So earth is very precious, very benefit for our life, for your life. So that's why this mudra also we doing like precious jewel. Then this is like all. If you couldn't do some mudra, you can just visualize five colors, five rainbow colors, and you visualize, bring from the holy place, holy mountain, holy lake, holy oceans, something like a really holy rock, holy like stone, and it brings energy to your bodies. and it's like going to recover your body elements. Also is you get more stronger energy, so your feeling is more stronger and more stable, more good balance. So this is something is really good for long life, to become long life. And five elements, and aya ram like I is the space elements mutra, yam is wind elements mutra, and ayang ram is like flaming, water, fire is like flaming. This is something fire elements. I am Ramam, and Kang is Mam is water elements mudra, and Mang is Kam is earth elements mudra, and sometimes we sing in long life mantra have using also Trum. This is a combination of the five elements mudra, or is like a mudra of the mountain. So this is this is a really important things. Something like practice. It's very simple and very useful and a very benefit. And this is we call five elements. I am Ramam Kam Tum. I am Rama Kam Tum. And we using also like, for example, to become long life datar. So this is we call datar. And datar means da is arrow. Tar means like flag or maybe something cloth or five colors cloth. And this is in the Burn tradition is very important and very also useful in this our practice, our in the rituals, and we using this wood is bamboo. It's bamboo. They have special bamboo. Special bamboo means there's three joints, three joint. And this means it's a three joint is representative of the your body, your speech, and your mind. Three doors. We call three doors. It's something representative of the three doors. And why we using the bamboo? Can we use like something like wood, other wood, and people some, or maybe iron, metal, others. So this is in the teaching set is very important. You have to use bamboo, especially there's the three joint. The bamboo is why we using the bamboo. There's a reason. Bamboo is like this is like is increasing. Is a symbol, illustration of your increasing your capacity. You are fortunate. You are luck. So that's why bamboo is growing very fast. Bamboo is a faster grower of the wood. So I saw in the teaching in the Burns text. So then one times in India, so I have there's some bamboos near my house. There's a bamboo growing. So I test it. There's the bamboo. So how it's growing very fast. I mark every day. Every month, like this, one day is like this, more than this is become growing. It's amazing. This is my experience. I saw, I marked this, so that's what I realized. This in the teaching sayings this bamboo is a fast grower of the wood. So really, this is the correct. It is very amazing, and so that's why. And we're using the bamboo. Is very important data, and there's a five. This is five colors of cloth. This means this white one is space elements of colors, and the green one is wind elements. Wind elements, and the red one is fire elements, and the blue one is water elements. Yellow one is earth elements. So this means we're using like this. Chakuyo, Yankuyo means your luck, your something like a soul, whatever. Everything is something like a bring to your bodies and recovering like this. Chakuyo, Yankuyo. Also we using in the long life empowerment. So this is, I think, is very useful one, and a very benefit. Um, so really it's to become long life, to become healthy, not just so depending to your food, yours another like cloth to the environment. Really you have to keep your mind is very compassionate, you are very lovely, and this is really the best way I saw from the Burns teachings. So that's why I'm saying against. um, and there's long life practice, and long life practice, this kind of those all is a part of the long life. And this weekend I'm going to long life empowerment, give a long life empowerment in the Warsaw. So I hope see you all maybe to there, if not too far. It's really is sometimes difficult. Now you can get teachings from the web, from the internet. Very far, they are not depending destination. But empowerment, I don't know. From the web, you can get empowerment or not get. So we will see. Maybe next time, I'm going to give empowerment from the web, from the website. Yeah, it's just really interesting. And long life just a mantra. Ayaramam kam tum do. So you recite this mantra, and you can do this long life mantra for yourself, for your friend, for your family member, for other peoples, for other being, whatever. So this is really is you can use this mantra. Ayarama kam tum do. Ayarama kam tum do. With mutra, Ayarama kam tum do. Ayarama kam tum do. If you want to really something visualizing the deities, and this the Thangka, the deities name called Tsewang Rinjing. It's a long life Buddhas. Okay, long life deities. So you can do, you can visualize these pictures. It's a very, I think it's very powerful, and this long life, every morning's long life mantra. So Ayarama kam tum, Ayarama kam tum do, Ayuchi saying it's Ayarama kam tum do, Ayarama kam tum do. Just this, maybe 100 times a morning, with silent other people's. That's more powerful, and every mantras. If you recite more and more, then it's more and more is more powerful, becoming more powerful. And one way is in the Naka rituals, Naka teaching said, if you really something happening, your health, your friend, your relative, your family, something. There's many choices in the Naka rituals saying you have to do release animal, something you have to release animal. Release animal means something you can go to the beach, you can go to the market, maybe you can buy the animal of some animals very nearly killed. Something in the market or maybe in the beach, at the beach, so that fish, sheep, and goat, or maybe chicken, or whatever, the pig, cow, buffalo, whatever there's. So I have there's many. One of my friends one of the Bombos Lamas, he told me one of his students' mother was very sick, very sick. Then his students asked to Lama, to him, how I can do, what I should do. She was very sick in the hospital, couldn't help, couldn't cure. Then he told, okay, you have to release something buffalo. Then she did she bought the buffaloes nearly the killing, for meat. So she released it. After she released this cows or buffalo, her mother was recovers very well. So this is really, there's so many ways. It's something like this is in the Tibetans, in the Himalaya regions. We always we do for we releasing animal like yak and a goat and a sheep for our lamas, for our master, for our parents, for our family. This is still a great method, best method for to become long life. So I think this is really is very simple. When you releasing animal, at that time you recite Aya Rama Kamtum or Akara Ame Tudiso Naposhishi Mama Soha from the three heart mantras. So those is really symbols, practice, simple rituals, healing, and a very powerful and a very useful and a very benefit. I think this is really good. So I hope you understand my broken English.
Thank you very much, Rinpoche. For
Oh
your
yeah,
lecture.
thank you so much. Thank you so much.
We are invite you also for tomorrow webcast, the same time. The theme of the lecture tomorrow is spiritual practice in everyday life. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much, and see you tomorrow.